Welcome back. We have Dipan Mehta joining us, Director at Elixir Equities. The global market today a bit soft, so let's see how the market open is. Dipan, good morning. Thoughts first from Kotak Mahindra Bank, which has been a bit of an underperformer. There was some expectation that there would be FTSE sort of inclusion and maybe the inflows, but that hasn't happened. What's your call on the stock fundamentally?
Good morning, Anuj, and thanks for having me on your show. We are very positive on Kotak Mahindra Bank. I think the bank is really well poised to take advantage of the credit growth which is taking place, pristine balance sheet quality. And I think the management's endeavor to grow the loan book, which has been a bit of a disappointment, I think that will be taken very well by the shareholders. A lot of value being created in subsidiaries as well. And valuations also now are reasonable. I think over a period of time, they could have the best-in-class growth rates with absolute safety when it comes to NPAs. So very positive on Kotak Mahindra Bank, could be one of the leading outperforming banks after many years of underperformance to take the road forward as far as bank stocks are concerned.
Dipan, hi, good morning. Is the market looking at a bit of a sort of a crossroads? Are we at that point? We had Lawrence Blanco earlier with us on the show. I mean, purely technical view, he believes so. Any views?
Good morning, Prashant. Again, getting very bullish on the market, making out a list of stocks to buy. It seems to be like a buy on dips market. I know technicals may be pitted against the market. You could have some FI selling as well. But by and large, this earnings season was pretty decent in our opinion, at least for the stocks that we have in our portfolio for ourselves and our clients. And top line growth remains pretty much strong. And we are getting there to operating profit margins coming to the normal levels or so. And that I think is very positive. Banks, mid-cap software companies, consumption-oriented stocks, especially all the consumers of commodities, I think they may have very good quarters going forward or so. So I'm not at all bearish on the market at this point of time, and corrections may take place, that's part and parcel, but these are good buying opportunities.
Hey, these are good buying opportunities. I want to talk a little bit, since we were talking about the rebalancing. In the FTSE rebalancing, there are a lot of non-index large caps that have been that are now going to move to the large cap category, right? So whether it's Tata Elixir, whether it is Gujarat Flora will now be moving to mid cap, so an elevation over there. Varun Beverages as well. These are stocks, TVS Motor, these are stocks that in any case have done well. Because of the FTSE rebalancing, do you think there could be some more focus here?
See, Sonia, I haven't seen analysis rebalancing make really a difference when it comes to long-term returns. And there is that intraday movement for 1 or 2 days when the adjustment does take place. But then I think eventually fundamentals come into play. And it's no secret that once the company starts doing well and moves up in market capitalization, eventually it will find itself into most indices. And that's what's happening over here as well. The real game over here is to find out stocks which will eventually enter these indices, which means to go to the ground level and search for the next Varun Beverage, the next Tata Elixir, and see how it scales up and then eventually finds itself into the index. That's where the maximum wealth is created from an investor's perspective.
So according to you, what's the next Varun Beverage and what's the next Tata Elixir? Come on, you can give us some ideas.
No, yeah, we can talk about ideas. And again, a very strong disclosure here that we and our clients are invested. So 2 stocks come to mind. One, of course, is Vedant Fashions. We are still studying that company. As you know, they are the market leaders when it comes to occasion wear, and especially marriage clothes. And that is something which you cannot really buy online. So that threat is much less over there. Only issue here is the valuations are on the higher side because it's a pretty well-discovered story. But I think if you get it to the right price point when there's a correction on a weekday, then it could turn out to be an outperformer. Of course, promoters are new, so to that extent, there could be corporate governance risks. The second company which comes to light is Praj Industries, and recently they commissioned a very large ethanol plant based on rice stubs, which is environmentally very friendly and positive as well. The numbers for last several quarters have been exceptional. And in India's journey towards more and more ethanol blending, I think Praj Industries will not have any problem with finding new business. And they have clearly a technology edge and also a great global market to play out to. So these are 2 companies which are expensive at this point of time, yes. But if you get them at the correction, I think they could be the next real large blue chip companies which will enter these indices.
What about Zomato, Dipan? Is sort of the rally that we had from 45 to 70. You reckon it's done, or would you still look to buy this?
See, Anuj, off the record or on the record, very influential people have bought Zomato. And that's very heartening to note as an existing investor in Zomato right from IPO times. It clearly shows that maybe the roadmap to profitability is clear. And eventually, I think the monopoly situation will play out and they will start to run the business in a more conservative way, conserve cash, and focus on getting the return on investment. And as and when we see that happening, we will find more and more interest in Zomato. It's always going to be an expensive stock, whether it is price to market cap to sales or EV to EBITDA, whichever parameter you look at, because the business is very innovative. It is different. It has got a huge moat, very high entry barriers. And I think as more and more families go in for ordering in, which is going to be a really long-term trend, I think Zomato's long-term prospects are phenomenal. It's just that we need to get a handle on its profitability, on its operating metrics. And when we have some sort of comfort on that level, I think Zomato will do exceptionally well. So we are keeping it on our radar. I would advise investors to have a small investment also in it, not bet the bank, and see how it scales up, because who knows, 5-10 years from now, it could be something really massive, could be even a multi-bagger, but then the company has to play out its cards properly.
Okay, well, another space I wanted to talk about was the specialty chemical space, and we have a company joining in. So Dipan, just stay on, and would like your view on this as well.